鋼の錬金術師
Yume no Saki. This could be like the previous dream or the dream before, or it could mean the dream after. And I'm looking at the English and it says beyond the dream. So great. uh so let's find out what this dream is and whether we're going before it, after it, or beyond it. Okay, yeah, we're back in the present, it looks like. Oh, that's right. Ed and Winry had been talking and they kind of had faded back into that flashback. Even though the flashback really wasn't about them at all, it was about her parents and Scar and Mustang and his group, or Mustang and some of his group. So, okay, anyway, so we're back with Winry and Ed. Why had Ed come to see Winry? I'm trying to remember like what the driving force was. Oh no, it's not Winry, that's Riza. It's Hawkeye. Okay, that makes more sense. He was in the area. Well, that too. Yeah, well, that's right. He was coming to return the gun. He came to return the gun. Got it. That's it. And that triggered this discussion. So that makes a lot more sense. Riza was in the Ishvalan War. So here we go. Back to the present. これが this thing. This is her saying this. 私の知ってるイシュバルのすべてよ. That's everything I know about the Ishvalan War. Or about Ishval. Oops. Dai Soto ni naru teiu taisa no mokoteki wa wakatta. So understood that the colonel's objective was to become the super president. Demo, however, gun no toppu ni natte mo, kono kuni ga gunji kokka de aru kagiri, Okay, so however, the military top, even if becoming the military top, this country, a army thing country, it's that limit. Gunji kokka. Oh, state. This must mean like a military military something. Military affairs country. Maybe like a military dictatorship. Konosaki, there's that word again. Mata, that previous or earlier, still itsu nairanya takoku to no shoutotsu ga hassei suru ka wakaranai janai ka? Okay. Shoutotsu. Show, not Joe. Collision. Hase should be like outbreak or origin or beginning. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this earlier, again, sometime a civil war or with other countries, or I guess outbreak with another country. No. Oh, collision or conflict with another country breaking out. Wakaru, wakaranai. Like, I don't know when that will happen. Isn't that right? Like, it's going to happen again, or won't it happen again? Isn't that right? この国は守れても他国の人をまた大量に殺すことになる. So as for this country, even if protecting it, other countries' peoples, again, a great amount of killing thing it will become. I guess he's saying, like, inevitably, if you're talking about protecting this country, it will involve killing lots of other people from countries. So ne, like, it is that way. 今はほぼ軍の傀儡となっている議会をあるべき形に戻し、民主制に移行. Okay. So as for now, approximately the army's kairai. Kairai. Oh, dummy puppet. Becoming opportunity or chance. The army's puppet becoming Gikai. Okay, that's not... Oh, okay, the parliament. Got it. O aru beki katachi ni modoshi. The way something should be. Okay. Shuminsei ni iko. Okay, so she's saying, let's switching over to Minshusei, which is probably like a democratic government. Yeah. Okay. All right. So as for now, approximately the army's puppet becoming parliamentary the way it ought to be shaped, return, and to a democratic government will switch over. That generally makes sense. This is she's saying this is what we should do: switch the government over to a democratic thing that it ought, and turn the parliamentary back the way it ought to be, instead of being the puppet of the military. Yeah, I know, we're finally out of the flashback. It took me forever to remember like where we were before we got there. 他国と協議を持ち、ゆるゆると軍備を縮小して生き残りの道を探るのがいいのかしらね? Okay, so with other countries, 協議 is something about cooperating with. Okay, consultation. So in consultation with other countries and having yuru, slow, gunbi shukusho shite, something about military preparations, reduction of military equipment or preparations, doing that, and the surviving way, saguru, to grope around or search for a surviving path, or a path of survival. So as for all that, that would be good, I think. Or maybe that would be good. 軍備縮小の中には 国家錬金術師制度の廃止も含まれるわ。Okay, so, as for among the military reduction, the state alchemy seido system or institution, I think this is like also abolishing fukumareru. Something about being understood about having to do that. And again, I think haishi is just abolition. Yeah, okay. All right. Naruhodo. Now I see. Iya, matta. No, wait. Sorete. So like saying that. So, that's right. Ransei no eiyu wa heiwa na you ni oite wa tada no tairyou satsujin ni naru. Okay, so the chaos world, Ransei, troubled times, I guess that is literally chaos world. The heroes, or the hero of troubled times, peaceful world, when it becomes that, as for that, just a great amount of murderers will become, or like big murderers will become. So in other words, everyone that was seen as a hero during the Civil War will be seen as satsujinsha, murderers. 大佐だけでなく人体実験をしていたノックス先生他もろもろ. Okay. So not just the colonel, human body experimentation doing human body experimentation like Dr. Knox and other moro moro. And all those very large numbers of people. もしかしたら perhaps 私も so perhaps me too イシュバルでの非道を裁かれることになるでしょうね. Okay, so perhaps I also in Ishval's hido, unjust or inhuman sabaku. Oh, being judged thing it might become. So I might also be judged for the inhuman things of Ishval. 軍人でいることが so like with military people, the things 軍服一枚が今の私たちを守っているのよ. Okay, like for military people, or the thing of being a military person, the military uniform, like one military uniform right now, us, is protecting. Okay, like the military uniform is currently protecting us. 大佐はそれを承知で上を目指してんのか? So as for the colonel, knowing that, but while knowing that he's aiming for the top, so he's aiming for the top while he knows that. そんなの自滅の道じゃないか? Like, isn't it isn't that sort of a thing, a path of self-destruction? Oh, man. Shita no mono o mamoru to itakara, because he said, protect the people below. Protect the people below. 多分あの人のことだから、どんな手を使ってでも、最終的には私たち下のものを生きながらえさせるでしょうね。So, because said, protect the people below, probably that person's thing because, or probably because it's that person, what sort of a hand using, even if you do that, even if you do something, the most finally thing, we people who are under Ikinaga. Oh, he's doing it because it's the thing that he can do to make people live longer. The people under him live longer. With whatever hand he can use, with whatever way he can do it. Okay. Demo, but ナイラの発端はエンビがイシュバルの子供を撃ち殺したからだ。So, but as for the outbreak of that civil war, envy, an Ishvalan child shot and killed. It's because of that. Ura de, so like behind, from behind, or behind the scenes, ito hiteta no wa homunculus da. The ones, as for the ones pulling the strings, it was the homunculus, or the homunculi. Ito hiki is literally to pull a string. So I don't think, yeah, we're not gonna see that in the dictionary. 大差や注意が裁きを受けるなんて. It's like the colonel and the lieutenant, meaning her, receiving judgment and things like that. ... 芸人がホモンクルスだとしても実行したのは私たちよ. So the starters, or the origin, even if it was done by the homunculus, the ones who jiko, the ones who executed it or performed it, was us. Watashi mo taisa mo, I, and even me, even the colonel. おそらくヒューズ准将も思ってたでしょう. So, most likely, or perhaps, General Hughes also thought that way, you know? たくさんの人の人生をその人の許可なく終わらせた. Whoa. Okay, she's doing a big quote here. たくさんの人の人生をその人の許可なく終わらせた. 許可 permission. Oh, without permission. Okay. So the lives of many people, those lives without permission made end. その私たちが勝手に死にたい時に死ねるわけがない. So we caused the end of the lives of many people without permission. And so we freely, time of wanting to die, reason or choice of dying does not exist. Meaning he said that. So in other words, we don't have we don't have a way or the right to choose when we die because we ended the lives of so many people. Okay. Whew. Still in some pretty heavy territory here. Let me take a quick peek and see how long we're going to be in heavy territory. Okay. All right, we'll go a few more pages here. It's like maybe 4 more pages before we're out of this particular scene. だからせめて私たちの次の世代には笑って幸せに生きてもらいたいのよ。Okay, so that therefore, at the least or at the most, our next generation, as for to them, laughing and in happiness, living, want to receive. It's that's what they want. Okay, so she's already thinking like we have to save the next generation. Our generation is screwed. Nandayo. Like, what is this? Zurui yo. It's not fair. Sonna okashi daro. That sort of a thing is strange. Okashi. Minna ni shiawase ni natte moraitai no wa mochiron da kedo. So, everyone becoming happy and wanting to receive that sort of a thing. As for that, of course, it is that. But, jibun datte shiawase ni naritai daro. Talking about yourselves, like wanting to become happy, right? Like, don't you want to become happy too? And here we are flashing back to Ed when he was talking with Scar, I guess. This is like in the early confrontation he had because Scar still has that jacket on. Okay. 弟には手を出さないと約束しろ. So as for to my younger brother, don't interfere, make that promise. I don't remember that at all, but hey. 自己犠牲なんて単なる自己満足だ. Okay, 自己犠牲, is that self-sacrifice? Gisei is like sacrifice. Yeah. Self-sacrifice and things like that. Naru is merely or simply self-manzoku? Self-fulfillment? Self-satisfaction. Self-sacrifice is merely self-satisfaction. Is that like saying, is he saying sacrificing yourself is simply doing it for yourself? Shinu ho o erabu nante yurusanai. So like the way of dying or dying, choosing like dying, will not forgive. Bakani, you stupid older brother. Okay, that was Al in a flashback. Jiko gisei janai wa. It's not self-sacrifice. Ishvaru o ikinokotta mono toshite no watashi tachi nari no kejime nano yo. Kejime. Distinction between right and wrong. Okay, so the ones who survived Ishval, we who survived Ishval, it's our distinction? Kejime. It's our distinction between right and wrong. The English decided to take this as we survived, because we survived Ishval, we feel that it is our duty. Okay. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's interesting. Edward kun mo nita toko aru desho. So Edward kun also nita toko aru desho. It's similar. It resembles it. Or it's like similar for you too, Ed. Or it, right? Eh? Huh? Alfonso kun. Oh, his duty to his younger brother. Alfonso kun ga moto no karara ni modoru made jibun no koto o ni no tsugi ni kangaeteru atari ga ne. Okay, so Alphonse's original body returning to that point to when that happens, your own things, like you're thinking about them second. Ni no tsugi. Yeah, secondary. Hey, have a good night, Dro. Thanks for hanging out. Have a lovely night. 私たちの心配をする前にやることがあるでしょう？ 私たちの心配をする前 before thinking about our own worries, or before worrying about us, やること you've got things to do, don't you? アルフォンソ君もあなたも元の体に戻ること。The thing of returning to original bodies for you and Alphonse. たくさんの人があなたたちが元の体に戻る日を待ってくれてるはずだ。Many people, you guys, the day of returning to your original bodies are waiting for there ought to be. Like, yeah. 新しい情報が入ったら教えてあげるわ。So new information, if I get, will do the favor of telling you. I'll let you know if I hear anything new. 皮肉なものよね。So it's an ironic thing, you know. 錬金術に詳しくない私がホモンクルスや賢者の石に一番近いところに配置されてしまって、配置。Arrangement, deployment, stationing. Okay. So it's an ironic thing. I, not knowing much about, or not being well versed in alchemy, homunculus and the sage stone, to them, the number one closest place deployment is being done. Okay. Yeah. She's now been assigned to be the aide to the super president. 人質みたいなもんだろう。人質みたい. Isn't it just like hitojichi? Oh. It's like aren't you like a hostage or a prisoner? 大丈夫かよ? Will you be okay?前向きに考えるなら、前向きに. Looking ahead? Facing forward. So if I think if I think proactively or positively. ダイソーと補佐ってことは、好きあれば、ね首をかけるってことなのよね。Okay, the super president, as for Hulsa, as for the thing about being an aide or a counselor or an assistant, if there's a gap, if there's a gap or an opening, ne kubi o kakeru te koto nano yo ne. This is like night neck or sleeping neck. Is she talking about like cutting his neck in his sleep? Yes, she is. So nekubi is the head of a sleeping person, and nekubi okaku is to cut off the head of a sleeping person to assassinate someone. Yeah, so if there's a gap or an opening, I can I can assassinate him, or literally I can cut off his head while he's sleeping. Okane. He's like. Oh, kanai, like, haha, frightening, scary. Ah, soda, taisani dengon. Oh, that's right. From the colonel, a message. Ska ga mada uro tsuiteru te. Oh, sorry. This is a message for the colonel. Scar is still Urotsuku is still loitering around, is still prowling about. So, te, meaning tell him that. Wakatta wa, got it. Will do. Chui, Lieutenant. Nani? Ishvaru no koto hanashite kurete arigato. Thank you for telling me about Ishval. 1. Okay. That is the end of that long flashback and part. Let's dip quickly into what the next story is so we know what's going on here. 本当にひでえことばっかしたよ、Ishvalでは. Okay, so as for Ishval, just a bunch of horrible things, really, it's really just a bunch of horrible things that happened. Okay, this is, so while Ed is having a conversation with, Hawkeye, Al is having a conversation with Dr. Knox. Masatengo no yaro to gunda koto mo atta. Okay, so that guy, Mustang, gunda kotomo, like joined up thing also happened. I don't know whether gunda koto. Yeah. Sorry, kunda. Kumu means to join. Aitsu ga Ishvaru jin o yaite ore o kaibou. So that guy burned Ishvalans, and I did kaibou, dissection, autopsy. Jinrui no shinpo no tame ni nante taigi meibun kakagete nandemo yatta. Okay, so Jinrui no Shinpo. Is Shinpo progress? Yeah. So for the progress of the human species, for the purposes of progress of the human species and things like that, a big amount of Gimebun. Justification. So Tai Gi. Oh, moral justice. Taigi Meibun is a just cause. Got it. Publishing? Setting forth? Okay, I guess he's saying it was Nandemo Yata did anything for setting forth a just cause and for the purposes of progressing or advancing human species. Hitasura shintai no aite isha toshite hito o naosu shikaku nante jibun ya mo nai to omotta yo. Okay, so hitasura. Okay, so it was nothing but corpse after corpse after corpse after corpse of the enemies. Being a doctor and treating people, qualifications and things like that, myself already like not becoming, or so I thought. Like, I guess I was thinking that I couldn't heal people as a doctor. I didn't have the qualifications. Dakara, therefore, Nairan o owatte kara, after the war ended, Kenshi senmon ni natta, became a Kenshi senmon, something specialist, an autopsy specialist. Zu. Asate, well then, gotcha. That pile of dirty dishes. Toshiori no hanashi wa owari da. So the old story is finished? Or like, Toshiori means like old people. So the old person's story is finished. Gaki, which is brats, but the kanji are for kodomo, which is children, but he calls them brats. Gaki wa mo nero. So as for the children, they should be asleep already. Like, go to sleep already. Mei. Ranfan mo irundaro. And so he's just calling them out. So Mei, the kids, and also Ranfan is here, right? She was hiding out in the hallway listening. Kenka sunnayo, don't fight. Osan wa kodomo ga karoshiao no nanza mita kanen da yo. So as for the old man, or as for the old guy, meaning himself, children, koroshiao, which is like trying to kill each other. Koroshiao, yeah. Killing each other, seeing that, don't want to see that. Mitakanai, ne, don't want to see children killing each other. G. Okay, maybe that will be a good. Let's make that a good pause point here for Fullmetal Alchemist.